Hi, and welcome to Armchair Pundits. I'm your host, James, and today we have Lamont, Daryl, and Lenny. Today's topic will be covering the ban of Wayne Rooney, whether it was right, whether it was wrong, or whether they should go harder next time. So, who's going to kick it off today?
I'll take it first. Well, I think they're just making Rooney a scapegoat personally, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the pitch. Like, obviously, you say Rooney went directly to the camera and said it, but there's no law. They haven't put out a rule to say, yeah, you cannot swear into the camera. They haven't said anything. It's a big grey area. Someone goes, oh, you monkey to the camera. They're going to ban him as well. You understand? You could just be legitimately saying a monkey in the camera. I'm not just saying for an example. You understand? But it's like, I think it's because of the whole Rooney, because he's got like a past, a history of doing dodgy stuff, basically. He's that kind of player. He's an emotional type of player. So it's only them guys going to get, like, I'd say, for example, Fabio Radio, he's not going to go to the camera and start celebrating and say, yeah, this and that. You understand? He's not that passionate as Wayne Rooney. He might be passionate in his own way, but he doesn't show it like Wayne Rooney does.
But as a role model, is that the sort of thing you should be doing? At the end of the day,
he's no role model.
No, but as he's a lot of kids. They want to be Rooney.
They want to be Rooney, but that's not Rooney's fault.
Rooney's not a role model. He's an icon.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I understand.
What I'm saying is an icon for me. Yeah, like when he's, you got to remember, if you look at the incident, that specific incident, he never done it straight away. He was walking away, turned back, so he had that little gap to think about what he's gonna do. Yeah. He turned back to the camera and said what he said, and then continued.
Yeah.
Now, what you got to realize is, as a school kid playing for school football, if he's gonna score a goal, right, and they've got their band, their school kids, he's not gonna get a ban. He's gonna get expelled.
Yeah.
Do you understand? In different society, in different environments, you get different punishments.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But that's what I think they need to make it concrete before they ban it. Do you understand? They haven't made it concrete.
For me, it was a respect campaign about football. They had the respect campaign.
Yeah, but they didn't not say this is what.
No, but you don't. But it's common sense. Common sense tells you that you shouldn't be going towards a camera and be swearing.
It's more than 100, mate.
It's more than 100.
My point is that he's getting paid over 100 grand a week.
And he's got his own TV show that he's trying to get kids involved into football. So as he said, he's got
his own kid as well. If his son was older and age where he's acknowledged what his dad has done, what would his?
I don't think Wayne Rooney would mind if his son saw a camera person.
Like, for instance, I was watching an interview with Leon Osman. After he scored his goal a couple of weeks ago, he ran around swinging his arms. He said he got home that day and his son ran straight up to him and started celebrating. And he's thinking, he's saying to his son, "What are you doing? What are you doing, son?" And it was only later on his wife said to him, "Oh, since you scored that goal, you run around the house copying your celebration." So, although you may say, yeah, it's a different celebration, but a child that is maybe 5 or 6 could turn around and start swearing and doing all that stuff. They don't know better.
Yeah.
So if Rooney is there swearing at cameras, little kids, they say, oh yeah, maybe that's okay.
Then it's the parents that come in, do you understand? It's not, like, let's put it as this, Rooney's not the only place they're going to see swearing, is it? Rooney's not the only form of swearing, is it?
Like Lamont said, he's in control of the situation. He had the time to think about what he was doing, and he still went and did it. And he didn't say it once, he said it twice, and with such anger on his face.
Yeah, that's because he's passionate at the time, innit?
But he scored his goal. So the passion, okay, I can't say the passion should subside straight away, but the fact is, he has celebrated, he had pumped his arms up, he done it once, as you said. He said that twice. He even started walking away. Yeah. Other players were pulling him away, and then he told like, "Get off me," and went back into it again.
I think there's worse stuff, like directly swearing at the referee.
Yeah, definitely. That for me, that's not good enough.
Yeah, that's worse than actually swearing into the
because that's just showing no respect for
the actual authority in the game.
Sure. So you think that?
I think they should have said to him, "Look, this is not the way. Next time we're banning anyone who does that to the camera." You can't just come out and give a guy a 2-game ban. No. There's not a precedent. Do you understand?
Yeah. But things should be set this way from well before, because in rugby, in basketball, you can't say that.
I know personally. Sorry, that was to cut you, but I know personally from rugby, I've sworn, or not even sworn. Sorry, I've had like a bad tackle, and I've gone like ref, ref just gone to me straight. Enough. Don't even call me. Like, I can see what's happening. If anything, go through the captain.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've all played football before. Like, we get told by our coaches and our managers, like, if you've got anything to say to the ref, go through the captain.
Yeah, but then...
Because then there's one voice.
And rugby's a
But whereas, when you got to remember, when it's Premiership football, it's not just one voice. It's not just the manager.
Yeah.
All of them are like role models in their own right. But they're also, a lot of them are icons. There's a lot of kids out there that are looking up to these guys. So when they go out there and they're doing it, do you know what they're going to say in front of people when they ask them, why did you do that? Oh, because Rooney did it. But that doesn't make it okay though.
Exactly.
Because if Rooney shot somebody, bro, it will be the same instance. Yeah. Because Rooney did it. Okay, you're still getting sent down though.
I understand that, yeah. But then, like I said to you, Rooney's not the only form of, do you understand? It's not going to come only from Rooney.
I don't think we should just concentrate on Rooney, because Rooney's not the only one. And to be honest, really, maybe a part of it was the fact that
because it is
Rooney.
That's
why.
Yeah.
And it sets more of an example being so strict on Rooney.
In this,
and let's be honest, Rooney's got away with a lot.
Yeah.
And the whole World Cup, what he said about the fans.
Yeah.
You know, Rooney's got a lot of previous. Let's be honest, he's got a lot of previous.
Oh, but you have to look at it. Remember when Mackay Richards on his debut scored that goal for Man City and then he swore in the interview. Yeah. It was an accident, but still he swore.
Yeah, that's different. That's an accident. That's an accident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
it was part of his conversation.
It's
saying.
It's intention.
Like you said, it's his debut. He'd never been in front of a camera before, and he straight away he apologized.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he actually celebrated and boom, boom, boom. It's different.
Yeah. The whole point is that really, he's got banned for the 2 games.
Yeah.
Right.
So now we know.
People know what the score is now, and look, it's happened this weekend. You know, in Italian football.
Yep.
Ibrahimovic swore at the linesman. Bang.
Yeah, but that's why the linesman has nothing to do with the media.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, he's still swearing on the
pitch. Yeah, he's swearing on the pitch.
Linesman, referee, they're all authorities of law on the football pitch.
They've got to drop it out because swearing on the pitch is going to happen. That is going to happen. Because unless you cut it out from a young age, yeah. But if you're around, well, this is it. You're gonna say you should just start, yeah. But you got to remember, the managers, a lot of managers out there, when they're passionate about, you're not doing it right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like your heart takes over what your head, your head knows what's going on.
Like we said before, these rugby players, I'm pretty sure their managers do that as well.
Yeah, but from the beginning, though, from the off.
But we start, like you said, we start from now. You look at Martin Johnson and Delalio. They're passionate guys. You can't tell me they don't swear at these things. But as soon as they step over the white line, they know. I can't swear at the referee. I can't swear around or anything. When they're in a huddle, they can say what they want. But fair enough, it's been ingrained in them. But if we ingrain it in football from now,
but the law's been governed. The law's been governed for those sports already, like basketball. Yeah. You know, from basketball, you can't do anything out of disrespect to the referee. You can't even throw your hands up at a referee and say, like, because straight
you do that twice and you're off the pitch.
No, that's it.
You can get a straight ejection.
Exactly.
So, what was I gonna say? Sometimes the refs, like, depending on what game, I've played with refs where they told you any sort of swearing regarding the book.
Yeah.
And you know it from the get go. You understand that I can't swear. And then sometimes one might slip up, and he'll be like, "Remember, I told you." You understand? And that's the ref that's told you that. Yeah. So I reckon if the ref, but again, maybe some of the players in the Premiership, they don't respect the refs as much.
It's not just that. It's not just that. It's the consistency of the refs. Yeah. Because what you got to realise is, everyone in football refs the game different. Whereas in like a game like rugby, like the rule is there. Yeah. Now the refs, they have to follow these rules. They're strict rules.
It's not so much up into interpretation.
Do you know what I mean? If something happens, it's guidelines. If something happens, they have to pounce on it straight away. Yeah. Nip it in the bud. Whereas with the height of how big football is, when you got like the refs, you got like a big player. Yeah. He acts out. The ref's like, all right, easy. He doesn't want to be like, because he knows he's going to be in the spotlight straight away if he acts up.
It's like giving a penalty at Old Trafford in the 90th minute.
Steady. All right. Easy. All right.
I'm just saying,
something
many against me.
You could have said anything.
You could have said anything. I just want.
But anyway, to bring this to a close, my personal opinion is that swearing eventually should get cut out of football. Obviously, it may take 5 to 10 years, but it should get cut out of football. The direct swearing at officials or towards decisions, any of those kind of things should be cut out. Wayne Rooney, was he made a scapegoat? He probably was. Was it correct? I think it was correct because they had when the first incident came, they had to go down on an iron fist and shut it out. But it should continue. What's your view?
I think you're right. I think the whole Wayne Rooney scapegoat, whether or not he's a scapegoat, at the end of the day, you've got to make more of it because it was Rooney, and by punishing Rooney such as severity, it's going to set the tone. And just like he's a role model to everyone, and they talk about the effect of him as a role model, well, people are now seeing him get punished, and hopefully they'll learn from it as well. So I think the whole rule needs to be governed by the FA and football in general, and they need to control respect on referees, swearing, and just general players' behaviours on the pitch.
Yeah, well, it's a grey area, isn't it? Like you say, okay, really did this, really did that. Okay, swore that one is a direct. Do you understand? He could say something else that you might interpret that he said something bad. So it's like a grey. To me, I'm not convinced. You understand? You're gonna ban him now, and then someone else might say something. They might not get banned. And then because it was Rooney, they made an example of it. Like you said, he had previous and stuff like that. So I don't think it's gonna be consistent. So that's why I don't believe in it.
Final word for you?
Well, my personal view on that is this: the incident with Rooney was justified, definitely, because of the way he went about it, the way he walked away and then turned back, so he had time to think about it. Yeah. So as a man, you've got to know you made the decision to turn back and do what you've done. So the decision to do match ban him is justified. But in the instance that's Rooney been made a scapegoat, I think yes, in a sense, because maybe they could have given him a warning and maybe a fine, and that would have been just enough rather than a 2-match ban, because now his whole team's going to feel it rather than just Rooney. And I mean, that's not so.
Okay, thanks for everything today, guys. This has been Armchair Pundits with yours truly, James, Lamont, Daryl, and Lenny. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave your views and opinions and follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, and the Armchair Pundits Facebook group. Hope to see you again next week.